All right, so now the live stream has started and it is 5 minutes past 8. So good evening, everyone. Good evening from Denmark. It's 5 minutes past 8 here in Denmark, and I think that is the same time where. So now the live stream has started and it is 5 minutes past 8. So good evening, everyone. And I think it's the same time where you are, Klemen.
Yes, we are the same
Yeah,
time
we're in the
zone.
same time zone. All right, so the topic of today's webinar is AI parasite SEO. And Clement and we have been investigating this topic for some time now, and we decided to make a webinar to share stuff with you. So if you've been watching videos on my YouTube channel, you will know that I'm very interested in the in parasite SEO, and it also in how to get into the AI overview in Google, because I just think that it's both because it's a fun academic exercise and it's just fun to see what can we do to manipulate Google, and also because many of you and myself included can actually use these techniques to get traffic from Google. And it's valuable traffic because it's keywords that you want to rank for, and either you rank high, or you get into the AI overview with links. And I know that Google is updating the AI overview how they work. So they have already started to insert links, anchor text links directly to your website from the AI overview. And when it comes to parasite SEO, we're always on the lookout for either free parasite SEO properties or as close to free as possible. And so recently, I have personally been looking into social media properties. How can we use them? We all know about Reddit, so I'm not going to talk about Reddit today. But recently, Facebook pages. So if you have a company page in Facebook, recently these Facebook pages have begun to start to index and to rank very high in Google. And I'm actually seeing for many keywords so if it's a long tail keyword and local SEO, you're actually seeing perhaps two Facebook pages ranking in page one in Google for the same search. And also on Instagram, I don't know how many of you know that, but Instagram also recently decided to start to allow Google to index posts that you create in your Instagram business profile. And I'm actually also in my own testing starting to see Instagram posts getting indexed. And they're not ranking as high in Google as Facebook pages or Facebook posts are doing, but they are getting indexed and they are ranking. So it's going to be interesting to see what we can do with Facebook and Instagram. So it's kind of like, it's not new, nothing is new here, but it's kind of like a new um, angle on parasite SEO. But what we're going to talk about today is has nothing to do with these guys. So it's a new property that all of you know. All of you, I think most of you know about this property. Probably just didn't know that it could be used for parasite SEO. So I don't know if I should just hand over the microphone to you, Clement, because
Okay.
I am for this webinar, specifically for this webinar 4 hours ago. It wasn't 6 hours ago, as I just posted in my Facebook group. It wasn't 6 hours ago. It was 4 hours ago. I published an AI page for this specific parasite property, and it's ranking number one for the keyword that I wanted to target. So it's going to be interesting, and we're glad to be able to share this with you guys. So yeah, I'll hand over the microphone to you, Clement.
Okay. Can I share my screen?
I
Uh,
think that if you click on the green
okay.
button, yeah.
Share. Okay.
Yeah, so while you're getting started, Clement,
Okay.
so what we're going to talk about today, Clement, we can see emails, and you should minimize.
No, I have I have minimized the.
Okay,
So
okay. So before, while Klemen is getting started, what we're going to show you is how to create these AI pages. And Klemen, you're going to go into a little bit of detail on how you use
Mhm.
schemawriter and yeah, we all need those brain supplements. Yeah, so Klemen, you're going to talk in detail about how you find. I think I think that you might talk about how you find entities. Are you going to touch on that?
Yes,
Yeah.
yes.
So,
Yeah, so I mean, I'm going to demonstrate how to do affiliate web page for the supplement on the ClickBank, but I would urge you not to start creating 100 pages for all the ClickBank products, because I think this is not the best use of your time. I think you should use this Parasite. I mean, it works, this Parasite works really well for the brand. So start with your own company. This is a perfect opportunity for you to grow your business. If you have an SEO agency, uh, start doing, start ranking for SEO agency in your city. Start ranking for the digital marketing in your city, things like that. For example, the Jesper did an article on schemawriter because this is his core business. I'm just showing you this as an example, as a demonstration. And by the way, this is not uh, a cheap supplement. There are 72 affiliate marketers selling this product. So this is quite well, this is quite a strong product, and it's not cheap. So what I did, I first basically I believe that SEO consists of the good on-site SEO and the good off-site, a good backlinks. I also I published two courses. So one course is for the on page, and this one is for the backlinks, where I'm using Yaks. And I have used this one to create the parasite property, and I will demonstrate you how I did it. So the first thing that I started, I collected the entities and the keywords. And I'm using, sorry, I'm I'm using the schema writer because I found that schema writer it works best for me for scraping entities. So the first thing is I scrape for this keyword. Does Pineal Guardian really work? I got following entities and I downloaded them. I'm quickly checking around. It works for example, Denmark is probably not relevant. Cleveland is probably not relevant, but software is probably not relevant. So these are the main entities, and I'm using the uh, web page called list to comma separated string. So these are my entities that I will be using. I'm using this three-step process. Actually, for this parasite, I only use two steps. The first one was I prepared the outline, and in the second, I wrote the article. As you know, the ChatGPT now supports the XML, so it's a kind of easier to. It's kind of more. It's easier to see what I'm doing. So here I specify the topic, which is pineal gland memory supplement. Here I specified the entities that I got from the schema writer. Then I asked ChatGPT. I went to this page. I check what it's doing. and I asked ChatGPT what's the target market. And the ChatGPT said that probably adults concerned about memory decline. So I said this is the target audience. Then I went to the Google, type the pineal memory gland supplement. Where is it? And I check the top competitors. Now, Amazon ranks because it's Amazon. This is the press release. I'm going to skip the eBay. This is good. This is Cleveland Clinic. This one's good. This one's good. By the way, this is mine. So these two are the prime candidates for the competing URLs. So you see, I use the Morningstar, which is a press release, and this Cleveland Clinic. Then I have this prompt that is part of my on-page course, which basically starts and says, I want to write a pillar page on specific topic, targeting target audience, include a list of competitor semantic entities. I could improve that, and I could also add the keywords. Again, I would get the keywords from the schema writer. And this prompt gives me the outline. So here, I got the outline. And then in the second prompt, I just ask to write the article, again using my second prompt. And I got really good article. By the way, I mean, I can copy it. Sorry. See, I can always go to the schema writer, delete the FAQs. So you see, it's covering all the important entities. Okay, Denmark and software is I haven't used. Also Laos, Canada not, but you can see it's quite packed with the entities. Okay, now the fun thing starts. I didn't humanize it because I believe that just for the landing page, it's enough. I didn't went to the third step. I didn't humanize it because I think just for the indexing, for the ranking, it's enough. And then I ask the article to then I ask Claude to transform above article to landing page for this keyword. And I also ask to place appropriate action buttons, use following URL for action buttons. And this is my affiliate link. Just a second. I hate this Zoom. I think it would be better if I would do it like this, to specify target URL, to specify product, to specify the main unique selling point, which I can get from the affiliate web page. Also to specify meta title and meta description, and then just say transform above article into landing page that promotes product and value. This is important. Output should be artifact that I can share with coworkers. Strategically place action buttons that increase conversion, use specified URL. Before end, check following that you have specified the correct meta title and meta description, and that you have used correct URL for action buttons. Now, in my case, I didn't specify to create artifact. So I got the landing page, but it didn't create artifact. So I have here again, okay, this is also important. So this is a good title for the article, but it's not good from the SEO point of view because unfortunately Google is a counting machine and you need to have more variation in the title. This is one. This is not good for the SEO. It's linguistically better. It's probably better English, but it's not good for the SEO. So this and this is not good for the SEO. And that's why I said something like this. Sorry, I'm just looking. Scan the title and headers and replace it with name of the product. For example, replace the pineal guarding solution, why this memory supplement is different and why I actually recommend it with the pineal. And here I just substituted this with the name of the product and I substituted it with pineal guardian. That's why I got 3 times exact match in the title. So I have 3 different variation. One is Guardian solution. The second one is the memory supplement. And the third one is just the product name. And that's important for the ranking. I can later show you the example where I didn't do that and it doesn't rank. Okay, at the end it said great work. Can you produce artifact? If you are using uh, if you use proper prompt, then it will create artifact immediately. But in my case, I forget, so I have to do it. And it created the landing page. Now for this landing page, I created the Scrapebox backlinks. And in the future, I will also show you how to use Yaks to create Yaks backlinks. I created Scrapebox. We send it to Indexer. I send it to SynBite. Jesper send it to 2 different other indexer. And 3 hours later, it was indexed and it ranked on the page 1. So basically, if I
How
go,
high is it? How high is it ranking now, Klemen, for the keyword?
I think it's number 1. No, number 2. Sorry. So it's look. So it's Amazon is number 1 and the Claude is number 2.
That's crazy.
Yeah, that's crazy. And I mean, that's really crazy. And you see, it's a product that 70 marketers are selling. It outrank Cleveland Clinic. It outrank Dick and Harold. It outranked Walmart. It outrank exact match domain. So that's interesting.
It's completely crazy. I can
Yeah.
actually see a cloud page there, Pineal Garden.
Yep. I would say this, Jesper, I noticed recently that Amazon is ranking incredible. So that's maybe the next takeaway, that also Amazon is kind of crazy.
Yeah, so Amazon seems to be coming back again. So because they're
Yes,
going back and forth, yeah.
yes. And I would also like to show you how I'm using Yaks. So I will use on the different artifact. I did it for the, okay, so maybe just to show you the final page is like this. So that's what um, this Claude has generated. And I have created another one, and this one is not ranking. And I can show you why. Sorry. Sorry. This one is not ranking. So I wanted to push my on-page course, and I wanted to use the keyword advanced prompt engineering techniques. And since the keyword is not in the title, it just doesn't work. So you have to have exact keyword in the title. You have to have 2 or 3 variation in the title. But anyway, I'm going to show you the Yaks, what I'm doing with the Yaks. I will just clone it. For the Yaks, I believe I'm doing the first I'm doing the topical analysis. So the first thing that I'm doing, first step is I'm creating 12 topics and I'm doing 12 articles for each topic. So, and this 12 topics is enough for the 6 AI sites because I'm using 2 categories for each Yaks sites. So for example, here I have the prompt structuring frameworks. And if I go to my Yaks, you see these are the articles. So basically I have 2 categories, 2 topics, and each topic has 12 articles that are topically related. And then I also have the news, and the news actually usually index the fastest. So I also have the 12 related news that are also, sorry, too many open windows. So I'm usually, I can just so these are my these are my websites, and this is my Yaks site that I have created. I can clone it. I'm always choosing different font. Now you see it points to the artifact. I always like to mix some general sentences with different anchors and with some entities. So I have general text anchor entity, kind of work well. And then in the AI content, you see these are the 2 categories. I can change them. Sorry. So these are my topics. I can just simply put them in. And the second category, I will put it like this. Then I would also change the news sites, which we can go to the ChatGPT. I will just ask to write me 12 news titles that relate to these two categories. So that's the first category, and that's the second category. And the ChatGPT will give me 12 titles. So these are the news articles. Now the next thing that I would also change is I would change the logo, which would be, for example, something like this. This is good. Uh, and that's it. I could also create the local. This is also good, but for this particular case, I will not. Oh, by the way, I'm using the combination of Gemini, Grok, and Amazon. So it's cheaper than OpenAI and it's also faster. Boom.
If I may comment on what you
Yeah,
just showed, because it's going a little bit fast and perhaps
yeah,
not everyone knows what you just showed. So what Klemen just showed is that in Yaks we have built in the randomization of various AI machines. So what that means is that when we're building AI websites, we're firing a lot of prompts. For example, when we're writing AI news articles, so first we have prompts to generate the outline, then we have prompts to generate the keywords, then we have prompts to generate the various sections, the subsections of the articles. And so we build in for randomization purposes, we build in that you can specify what AI models you want to use random. And Clement showed us that he uses, it was Grok and then two other AI models. And so when you have three models, the system randomizes between these three models for each prompt that we fire. And what that means is that you get this randomization, so you don't have the footprint of one model. Because I'm not saying that it won't index if you only use one model, but I am saying that you don't have any footprint if you use, let's say, 3 to 4 to 5 models. Then you don't have any footprint from just one model, and it will make it close to impossible for Google, but to identify that this is the AI model that you use, because we're switching out each time we have a prompt, it's a new model. So yeah, so that's what you just showed there, Clement.
yeah. And also, I would like to tell you about the special content that you can embed. So I'm usually, at least I'm using Vakelet, but you could also use Linktree, you could also use Pearl or anything else. Actually, the Jesper, your vault of 100 links is super, super, super good and powerful. So, but here I have used Vakelet, and in Vakelet I have put my course. I put the Claude artifact, and I put the Yaks list. And of course, Vakelet allow me to embed this collection, so I can iframe it. You see, and iframing this in Yaks. So now you see I will when the second Yaks will be created, You see, I can edit and upload, and I will upload it. And let's take this time. Let's do it. Let's do Oracle. And it's and I will upload it. I will upload it.
Clement, I have a question with regards to the
Yes.
AI website. Did you create an AI website yesterday, or what did you
No, today.
today?
Today.
Okay. Did you send that to the
Yep.
indexer?
Yes, just to this invite.
Okay.
But I would like to show you this here. You see, this is now the new. This one is the one that I created in the afternoon. This is the one that I created just now. Now I can do this. You see, now the Wakelet connects both. You see, and so of course I always like to also to publish PDF because PDF are indexed faster. But let me show you this. Do you see? This is the one that I created in the afternoon. You see, this is the Azure one. And here is the iframed Wakelet. Do you see that this Wakelet now points to the Oracle? So Azure and Oracle are now connected through Wakelet. So it's kind of good. In my course, I'm also showing how, I mean, if you're using the local, if you're using the local SEO model, and you should be using this. If you're using the local SEO model, and if you upload the local SEO model into the Google Drive, you can also do something like this. You can download the CSV and the PDF and upload them to the Google Drive. And then again, Google Drive is public. So the PDF and the CSV is public. So again, you have all the uh, all the files connected. Once they are connected through Wakelet, the second time they are connected through Google Drive. And then for those that are members of my that bought my course and they are members of my Facebook, just so
Yeah.
anybody that purchased my course is member of my uh, group. Just to show you this, I have also created a small script. So for example, this is my Google Drive. This is the folder that local SEO module has created. Here I have uploaded the Yaks URLs, exactly the ones that I downloaded from here. And then I executed the script and I got the file that has all the properties inside the folder, including the files with the Yaks URLs. So then, this is again, everything is connected. And when you connect through Vakelet or any of those 100 Jesper links, or if you connect through Google Drive, or if you connect through Blogger, once the Google bot comes, it kind of tucks inside your mashed potato. That's, I mean, so
Clement,
that's,
people
yeah,
are asking about the link to your course in
okay,
the chat. So if you could take a break from talking, Clement, and
yeah,
insert the link to your course, then I will grab the
I will,
microphone. So I'll just grab the screen share here, Clement.
yeah, okay,
Okay, so I want to show you an example, guys, that I published. I sent it to indexers 5 hours ago, and let me share my screen. Share. All right. All right. So I have a Claude Pro account. A Claude Pro account. I think it's 17 or $20 per month, something like that. And so what we're talking about today is the Claude artifacts. That's a parasite SEO property that we're talking about. And the thing with the Claude artifact is that it's not on a subdomain of the Claude domain. It's actually in a subfolder. And what that means is that it actually inherits all of the power of the Claude domain directly. And I suspect that's why it's ranking so well. And let me show you how easy it is, because what Clement just showed us is a process of performing a search in schemawriter, finding the relevant entities, and then using ChatGPT prompts, and then a Claude prompt at the end, and then converting it to an artifact. That's not what I did. I literally went into Claude and then I wrote this. Hi, please create an article that explains how to use the schemawriter AI WordPress plugin. Please use Google search for background info. And then I just let it work. And then it thought for 5 minutes, or I can see it. It thought for 9 minutes, but I got tired waiting. So I wrote, that's enough research, just give me the article. And then it gave me the article, looks like this. And I wrote, then that's perfect. Can we convert this into in artifacts? And then it converted it into this artifacts. And let me just click on this guy here. So the artifact title was how to use the schemawriter AI WordPress plugin complete guide. So one thing that's interesting is that you will note that I didn't specify any details about the titles or links or entities or anything like that. This was all AI. Literally the only thing that I did was create an article, use Google search. That's literally the only thing I did. And so this is what the artifacts looks like. An artifact is what Claude called these web pages that gets published. So I click the publish button. You can see, I think that you might be able to see my mouse move up here in the right corner of the screen.
yes,
And once you click this publish button, you can click this button here, doot, and then you can click copy this link, doot, copy link, and you can open it in a new tab. And this is what it looks like in my case. So because I didn't specify any buttons or any design details or any outgoing links, there is no outgoing links, I think, in this guy here. So yeah, there is actually a link here to search google.com test rich results. There is actually one outgoing link here. That's not really something that I can use for anything, but it's just I just want to see how fast can we actually create this guy here. So I send it to the indexer. I send it to 3 indexes. I send it to Index Me Now, Speedlinks, Rapid URL Indexer. Those are the 3 indexes. And I send it to the indexes a 3:15 in the afternoon. So that's 5.5 hours ago. 4 hours out after I send it to the indexer, then let me show you what happens. How to use the schemawriter WordPress plugin. So if I search for this keyword now, it's ranking number one with the featured snippets. Using schemawriter AI to generate schema. Step one, insert target keyword. Step two, insert target URL. Step three, location settings. And the interesting thing is that it's actually ranking above my own YouTube videos. It's ranking above the schemawriter website. Schemawriter, it's ranking above Reddit's and my jespernissen.com website and the Facebook page. So this is interesting, what I talked about in the beginning. Sorry, that Facebook pages can actually rank now in page one in Google. And what I discovered is that if I click on this guy here, dude, so you'll note that the URL up here, update to schemawriter WordPress plugin, hey guys, and so on and so forth. So it's actually the first words here that goes into the URL. So that's that's important for you guys if you want to use Facebook pages and post in your company Facebook pages for SEO purposes. Be sure to actually place the important entities and keyword first here because they're going into the URL and they are also going into the page title or the meta title. You can see here update to schemawriter. That's the meta title, right? And these words here, update to schemawriter, that's simply the first words in the post. So that's just a tip for you guys if you want to use Facebook pages for SEO purposes. So anyway, let's get back to what we're talking about here. So, so this is ranking number one, and it's outranking my own website. And this is on the Claude Pro plan that costs $20 per month. So it is also available in the free plan. But in the free plan, you only have a certain amount of searches in the Claude AI chats. So I don't know how many it is, but you're limited to how much you can actually show or use the Claude machine. So I just upgrade to Pro and it's $20 per month. So as Klemen mentioned, for branded searches, this is perfect because it's ranking so high. And the reason that it ranks, I can actually show you. So now we're looking at the Claude AI artifact that's public now. You can see it's in the public folder. So if I click on this button here, dude, you can see that the Claude AI domain has a domain authority of 66 and a page of this page. Oh, let's actually see the exact URL. So this page has a page authority of 34. And because it's not in a subdomain like we have on the cloud pages, right? So this is in a folder. It has all of the domain authority from the root domain. And that's what I suspect. That's why it's ranking so well and also so fast. So indexable pages or artifacts, as they are called, indexable pages in a matter of 3 to 4 to 5 hours. That's really crazy. That's something that's very interesting. So I wanted to see how fast can we do this. And this is strictly AI. I just showed you literally how easy it is. Just one prompt, write an article, use some research, and this is the topic published. That's basic. That is what I did. So because I'm in this page, I do not have any outgoing links. And typically, if you want to use this for promotional purposes, so I want to rank more than one position in page one. Right now, I have page one, and that's because it's branded search terms, right? So of course I own page one because it's my own brand. So if you want to use it for traffic purposes, you want to drive traffic, you want to have outgoing links. And when I click on this guy here, there's no outgoing link. So what you need to remember is that you actually need to prompt Claude to include the outgoing links. So you need to be clear about what to include in the content, and that's what Klemen showed us in his process, that he actually makes sure to prompt include a call to action button, right, with the link.
Yes.
So I want to show you something. So yeah, so that's perfect. Can we convert this into an artifact? So I want to edit this artifact because it doesn't have a link, and now it's ranking on page one, number one. We can edit an artifact, but the problem with Claude is that when you create a new artifact, because then I asked Claude, the only thing I need for you to do is insert a link to the schemawriter website. I want you to insert a clear call to action button just above the header what is schemawriter AI, and the text must be visit schemawriter AI and link to schemawriter AI homepage. So that's what I prompted ChatGPT or Claude to do. And of course, it did that. So I can click on this guy here, dude. And let's see what it looks like. Copy link. Let's see what the published page looked like. So this is what this published page looked like, or this artifact looks like. And you see now that we have the link to visit schemawriter.ai. So people can now click on this link, and then they can proceed to, you can proceed to drive traffic to whatever it is that you want to drive traffic to. But one thing that you need to consider is that, and let me show you. So this is the new and revised, and this was the first edition, right? First edition, second edition. And you'll notice that the artifact URL changes. So that's just a thing to keep in mind, that I sent this to the indexer. If we want this to rank, so actually this won't rank because they have the exact same title. So it's just a thing that I didn't have link here. So I would need to send this to the indexer, knowing that it probably won't index, because it might index, but it just won't show on page one, because it's completely, of course, are completely identical to this guy here. So that's just a thing to keep in mind, that if when you're using Claude AI to create these artifacts, you need to be clear upfront with what kinds of outgoing links that you need, because Claude AI artifacts, it's not like WordPress. It's not like Yaks where you can edit the cloud pages. It's a prompting system that allows you to generate these pages. And if you're detailed enough, you can make it look very nice, like Klemen just showed us. But you can't edit it after. Once it's published, it's out there. And if you edit it after, like I just showed you where it is. Yeah, so I just showed you, insert this link, you'll get a new URL, new revised URL. So that's just a thing to keep in mind. But this is very enlightening, and I also, Google Gemini does not offer this. I tried, I couldn't find a way to publish. So actually, if you're using Google Gemini in the web app, then you can actually create very nice looking static HTML pages. Very nice, very fast. Also nicer and faster than Claude AI. The problem is that Google Gemini currently does not allow us to share static HTML pages like these guys here in the Google Gemini domain. And that's what we like. We like that this is on the Claude domain, because then they can index extremely fast and rank extremely well. But Google Gemini does not offer that. Perplexity pages offer that. They're just not indexing as fast. The one that I created hasn't indexed yet. So I don't know if it just won't index, or it's just not indexing. And we know ChatGPT, they have this, they had this. I know, I'm not sure if it's a leak, but all of the threads that you have shared in ChatGPT got indexed. They're ranking in Google, but now they're all de-indexed. So we can't use ChatGPT for this purpose. But we can use Claude AI artifacts. I think this is extremely complementative and very good for branded search, especially for branded search terms, because you can own page one for, and so this one is not free, $20 per month, but YouTube is free. This is my website. This is my website. Reddit is free. That's my own subreddit. This is my other website, my Facebook page, and then the pages down here, the image search. So yeah.
Can I show something that is related to schemawriter?
Yeah, so let's just we have some questions here. Let's just go through some of the questions. So
Okay.
Claude Pro account is not needed per se. The problem with Claude Pro account is that you're limited to how many searches you can make. I think they have a window for 5 hours and then it refreshes. Those of you that are super duper Claude AI experts might, correct me if I'm wrong, but you do need a Claude Pro account because you just do. Um, what were the indexes? I'll type in the indexes. Index me now. Index now. Rapid URL indexer. Speed links. So these are the three indexes that I personally have used. I'll also write it in the uh, yeah, and yeah, it is sick. It is very sick. Keith is asking if you cover all of the AIs that does he cover all of the AIs his course will help you rank for? I don't
Yes.
know exactly what it is that you mean. Do you cover all of the AIs?
Well, I mean, in the course, everything that I showed you here, it's in the course. I have to update the course for the XML. So this is something that this
Oh, okay.
XML this I need to update, and I will do in next couple of days.
Okay, Keith. So
But
Claude is the only AI that I have investigated or that we have investigated that indexes and ranks like this. That's Claude artifacts. That's the only one that we have found. So it doesn't cover anything else because that's the only that we have encountered.
also, I mean, for the articles, for the writing text, uh, I think the Claude is one of the best. Personally, now we have the ChatGPT 5. It's very good for the thinking, it's very analytical, but for the writing, I mean, also ChatGPT 4.0, the quality of the text deteriorated significantly. So I'm finding Claude superior. It's a better writing style, it's more human, it's simply superior. So, I mean, basically for the writing, I'm using Claude 90% of time.
Klemen, people are asking in the chat about the course. They're a little bit confused. So if I can clarify for you, Klemen,
Yes,
the
yes.
course that Klemen is talking about is an AI writing course. What we are showing you in this webinar goes outside of Klemen's course. Klemen shows you in his course how to produce content that ranks. We are in this webinar, we're showing you how to use Claude AI to create these artifacts. So two steps. First step is using Klemen's course to create ranking content. Second step is using what we're showing you here to create the Claude artifacts. So it's two different steps. But as I showed you in my example, it's not complicated. It's actually very
Yep.
easy. And the three courses that Clemen's course page is showing it's the AI content course is called from prompt to personality from from prompt to personality AI content with human voice. That's the
Yes.
yeah, that was difficult
This
to
is this one. This one is for the Yaks. It's backlinking with
yeah.
Yaks. Yeah. So this is on page and this is off page. And this one is old. You don't need to bother with this one. So it's this one and this one.
It's
Uh,
at 9.
I would like to show you this. So I copy paste the article in the schemawriter, and then so these are the entities, and then I ask to regenerate FAQ. Okay, and I can copy paste them, convert them to the HTML, just grab it. And I can go back to the Claude before I have published artifact. So for this one, I cannot do it anymore, but I could do it before. And I could say add following HTML to the artifact at the end of the artifact. In fact, this is what I did with another artifact. I basically copy paste the FAQ from schemawriter and just said, can you add following HTML at the end of the page? And by doing that, I also get the FAQ questions and answers from schemawriter. So I got the additional entities. So to summarize, basically, I used the schemawriter first to got the entities, and at the end, when everything was finished, I copy pasted the article again into the schemawriter and asked to regenerate FAQ, and then I put this FAQ at the end of the artifact. That's why by doing that, I add the additional entities into the artifact. Does that make sense?
I think it makes sense. Could I let me grab the screen just for one
Okay.
final moment, because now we have used 1 hour.
Sorry.
No, it's perfectly fine. I mean, what we're showing you is basically free content, so I think that you don't mind if we spend more than 1 hour. But anyway, so in schemawriter, when you're generating a report, for those of you that know how to use schemawriter, the thing is that if I want to produce ranking content, does schemawriter have a WordPress plugin? That's of course that's a very specific search term that targeted schemawriter only, right? But nevertheless, I performed this search. So does schemawriter writer have a WordPress plugin? And I'm selecting schemawriter here, dude. And I'm selecting WordPress plugin added to schemawriter. That's the page. And I'm just clicking generate. So now it knows that it's English and the location doesn't matter. So we're using the AI from something from a service called SERP API to scrape the top 10 search results. So now it's going out. So I already prepared. So I did this before we started. So those of you that don't know it, I'm going to show you something that's very nice in schemawriter. So there's this button called data. And when you click this guy, you can see this table here. And I think that most of you have not seen this. Even schemawriter users, you have not seen this because this is brand new. So this is a new table where we're showing how many entities are unique that's used in the content, how many total entities. So the difference between a total entity and unique entities is that, so this is one entity, it's used 53 times. This is one entity, it's used 2 times. So if you add all of these numbers in the parentheses, you get to 833. And then we show how many entities we have in the H1, in the H2, in the H3, and the word count. And then something that's extremely important, that's the entity density. What does that mean? So when you are using schemawriter and you're performing these reports, you might have noticed that we are producing these correlation graphs. When we are trying to find a correlation between is entity a ranking factor, is word count a ranking factor, and it's not always clear because It might be that the pages that are ranking the highest, they might have the most text. But if you have more text, it's by definition also just a larger chance that you also have more entities, because more words equals higher chance to get more entities, right? I hope that makes sense, because I mean, if you have 10,000 words, you have 10,000 options to have entities. If you only have 10 words, you only have 10 options, right? So we actually need the entity density, and this is new, the entity density. So if you click on this guy here, you can see for this search term, there is a positive, actually negative, but there's a correlation between how high you rank and how many entities you have. If we hide these, it's more clear, like this. So there's a very clear correlation between the total number of entities and ranking. Also very clear correlation between number of unique entities and ranking. So what you're seeing here in the X factor is, or X axis is, the more left you go, the higher you rank. So this is ranking number one, this is ranking number two, this is ranking number three, and so on and so forth. And what's interesting is that the correlation with word count is also is actually even higher. It's even stronger. So there's an even stronger correlation between the higher that you rank, the more words you have, or the more words you have, the higher you rank. It's not necessarily a causation. It's not necessarily that's why they rank, but we're just seeing that there is a correlation. But the thing is that's interesting is that this entity rank correlation is also new in schemawriter, because you can actually now see the entities, they're sorted by relevance and by correlation, sorry. They're sorted by correlation. So you can actually now see the correlation between what entities we have and if they are important for ranking. So screenshot, World Wide Web, experience card, money back guarantee, semantic feedback, advertising campaign, and so on and so forth. So when you're producing ranking content, you can actually grab these roots, and then you can ask ChatGPT to remove those that are unrelated, because money back guarantee is of course unrelated. Yeah, so that's what I would recommend, and this is a new feature inside of schemawriter. I'll stop share and then I'll answer the latest questions. Jim, you guys can keep going. We love it. Thank you. Fred is asking, I already bought the From Prompt to Personality a few weeks ago. So you're saying that this would be added to the course, or is it already in the course now? I'm looking through the course now and I don't see any information. And Klemen is saying that you will add the modified prompts. Okay. Yeah, so that's a yes, I think.
Yeah. I'm traveling tomorrow, so it will be on Wednesday.
Yeah, so I have a comment from Dan Walls, Doot YouTube. Schemawriter is more than schema now. I got in early, but then dropped out because I felt it was still early. Now it looks like it's an actual writing tool. And yes, it is. I'm not sure that you catched it then, but Clement, he actually showed the writing window where we are showing it's somewhat similar to, what's it called? The thing from AppSumo, Clement.
Phrase or market.
No, not phrase. The other one. That's
It's
always.
not Surfer. It's the second neuron writer. No.
Yeah, Neuron Writer. Yeah, so it's somewhat similar to Neuron Writer. I know that Neuron Writer, they also show the entities. So it is somewhat similar to Neuron Writer. Now, the main difference being that, of course, Schema Writer generates all of the schema. So yeah, so that's the main difference. Neuron Writer, yeah. So yeah, last question. I think that I can feel that my voice is finished now. Last question. No questions. All right, guys. So yeah, we'll stop now. And I thank you for coming on. And thank you, Klemen, for sharing.
Thank you.
It was awesome. It is recorded. Yes. Take care, guys.